I told you guys last video that I was starting the next video right here. I wasn't lying. How are you guys? I just had to come. My brain just actually froze. It's kind of early right now. I had to get a lot of stuff done early. A lot of stuff going on. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn those notifications on and leave me a comment. I love seeing the comment section lately. It's been fantastic, and it gets me out of bed in the morning. Not really. Coming out and seeing this booty gets me out of bed. Sheesh! God dang. I'm gonna show you guys here in a second, but this Subaru is quiet AF. It's the most Subaru sounding Subaru of all time, and it does sound good, but it needs to be louder. You guys remember how my old Subaru sounded? It was fantastic. It was one of the best sounding cars I've ever owned. And we're gonna get this STi to that point. Also, my Evo sounds absolutely insane. It's not like overly loud. It's not like straight pipe dumb loud because it's got that big carbon HKS boy at the back. This car is significantly louder, and honestly right now I think sounds a little bit better. And I don't like that because the Subaru should always be the better sounding car. Not necessarily on performance, but you should always have the advantage with sound on a Subaru. And full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Asphalt 9 Legends, and we'll get to talking about them here in a minute. Here we go, let's see if it starts up by itself. It has a little bit of a fueling issue. I think I just need a new filter. There you go, little quiet startup. It's kind of pathetic, guys. It's kind of sad. And by the way, during this video, we'll be getting the new tires and also the window tint. We're gonna be matching the window tint. A lot of people ask me why I do limo tint. Not only is it freaking sick, it's one, but two, it actually helps preserve the interior. These interiors are very old, very expensive, but it's really hard to find these types of interiors, and it's very expensive to take it to an upholsterer if you gotta fix anything. Dark tint gang for life. I need to get a blow-off valve. I'm about to do a turbo upgrade for this car, but I need the loud sounds in my life before. Sounds good. Could be rumblier, could definitely be louder. And you got Death Boy over here. And there's a little Japanese girl that says, hello, be careful whenever you start. Ready? I don't know what she said. It sounded like she goes, da-da, sounds like kudasai. I'm pretty sure kudasai means be careful. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, now that's a startup. Now the 4G63, although it sounds good, it doesn't have as much character and just balls. But when you rev them out, oh, it smells like ethanol too. God dang. Sorry, neighbors. Oh, look at this. Kakimoto and HKS carbon. Like, this is a good, like, look at these fat boys. I love this thing. That was my natural, innate jungle response to those noises. I can't even freaking hear the Subaru right now. This is a version 1 STi. It deserves the world to hear it roar. Let's go ahead and bring this guy inside, right back onto the lift where it came from like 5 minutes ago. And let's start with the exhaust. The sponsor of today's video is Asphalt 9 Legends. I've actually been playing this game a bit myself now, and it's been super fun. Some of you guys might be familiar with the Asphalt name, but if you're not, let me clarify. It is a free-to-play on Xbox. It's a free download. It's an arcade racer. Just launched on Xbox. Again, like I said, it is free to download. And if you download it right now, you get an Xbox-themed Porsche 911 GTS. The cool thing about this is all the cars in the game are real. You can drive over 140 real cars with over 180 tracks at 12 different real world locations. You got like San Francisco, Japan. It's really pretty, it's really pleasing. You can also play it up to 4K and 120 frames per second. It's very smooth. It's also a very easy game to get into. It's very easy to start. It is pretty hard to master. I've played a little bit online, and I actually have my own squad. It's called the Shanks squad. I've played a little bit online, and people are pretty sweaty. It's really fun though. The cars are real. You can do stuff like body kits and some tweaks like paint. I mean, there's tons of modification you can do, but the racing really is fun. So if you're looking at something to entertain yourself, it is a free download on Xbox. It's also cross-play and cross-save over Xbox and PC, which is really cool. It's free. Go to Xbox right now and download Asphalt 9 Legends. And there's a possibility you might actually see me. We actually might meet up in a race. Now, on to the video. I'll probably have some purists not love what I'm doing here in this video, but it's okay. There's a lot of people that say like the JDM STi has one of the best flowing cats downpipes that is catted. I don't need cats. I don't want cats. I don't like cats. I hate real cats and car cats. Also, the stock STi exhaust manifold does flow nicely. However, what's wrong with a Tomei dump? Parts industry is absolutely insane right now. It is nearly impossible to get anything, exhaust components or whatever. Usually you'll have to fabricate it or you gotta buy it used from somebody else. So I actually found a fan that owned this and they ended up going equal length. I want to stay true to the STi's natural sound. So I went unequal length. It is damn near impossible actually, it is impossible right now to find an unequal length exhaust manifold that's not stock. These are gonna open it up and flow a little bit better. I had an unequal length exhaust manifold on my STi, and I think the main difference is, and don't quote me on this, but I think it's not as unequal of a length, or it's also bigger pipe. It's a Tomei too, so it's lit. Oh, sheesh. Look at that. Look at those welds. Drew, you'll even appreciate this. Oh, my God. Look at these. Did a robot do this?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, there's like no way a human hand could do this. It looks so cool. I have no affiliation with Tomei whatsoever, but they do have phenomenal quality exhausts. Oh, so good. I mean, the quality here is honestly unmatched. And the fact that a subscriber had a Tomei out of everything, like I would have taken like an Nvidia or whatever I used to have back in the day. Like those are okay, but this is amazing. All these welds, I mean, it's beautiful. This is art. It's literally art. Now, for those of you who've been living in a cave and don't know the difference between UELs and ELs, or why people switch, the main difference is having a shorter side and a longer side. You have two different lengths of flow. Now, it can make one side run hotter than the other. And is that a huge deal? Well, you make up your own mind on that. I just like noises. So we've got this, but then also the main thing is the downpipe. Now, the EJ, this is an interesting one. The GCA, the WRX is from Japan, and the WRXs here are the same turbo, or the same style turbo, and the exhaust length is actually the same from turbo to the tip. However, the downpipes are different lengths. It's really weird. So we're gonna have to do some fabrication today. Drew's gonna have to work his welding magic and shorten this downpipe. But at some point, stainless is just stainless. So I got this off of eBay. The mouth of the turbo, this is for an internally gate. I mean, this is just, yeah. It's nice. This is just a mandrel bent pipe that is not going to work. So we're gonna end up shortening this to work with the Kakimoto that we have. The Kakimoto is a really cool exhaust, and I'm not gonna get rid of that because they're very rare and probably pretty expensive if I had to guess. We're gonna make an exhaust, make and install exhaust things for the Subaru today. Oh, dude, this is crazy. I love this. Is such a cool exhaust. Let's get going on this. I'm gonna start undoing the exhaust manifold and then get that stock downpipe off. It's gonna be kind of hard to reach. It is a Subaru. I'll show you actually. The exhaust manifold's shouldn't be horrible, but it's got these old covers on it that some of these bolts are probably gonna snap. Hopefully we don't lose any studs in the engine itself. I'll be really careful with that. And then you got this downpipe right here, which is really limiting the sound. And I know a lot of people, there's actually probably gonna be people that want to buy this. I'm gonna do some research and see how much the catalytic converter itself is worth before I say anything about selling it. It's pretty simple. We will just adapt it to right there. So we'll just have to do some cuts and it shouldn't honestly be too tough. So let's go ahead and start knocking this out. So I had no idea on these cars. You gotta understand, this is actually probably the first Subaru I've really actually worked on. Back when I owned one, I didn't know anything about working on cars or how to do anything. So it's the first time I'm actually really paying attention. I didn't realize the turbos were literally just right here. So easily accessible and interchangeable. Like, look at that. That's the compressor housing right there that I'm shining that light on. You probably can see it better with no light. That's where all the bolts are, so you can actually see You can see the up pipe go up right there and it meets there, and you can actually see the down pipe literally just right there. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. I'm not gonna curse myself here, but I'm liking how this is looking. Just like, I don't know what I shouldn't have expected anything otherwise, but I'm having to make a tool right now, boys.
Custom wrench.
Custom Subaru tool, boys. The wrench part, the open end of a ratcheting wrench. I don't have extended ratcheting wrenches, and this is the fastest viable option right now. I say this sometimes, but I'm not saying this sparingly right now. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. This itself is not dumb. So there's like a chimney. It's a heat guard chimney type thing over the turbo. There are 150 10 millimeters holding it on, and there are 2 straight down there that are inaccessible because hard lines are right there, and so it's probably never going back on, which I don't love that, but I don't honestly know how I could get it back on. I'm really, I'm really shocked that, you getting it? You got a very focused face right now. Yeah. We've had to tag team this because it is just exhausting. Literally, the hardest part about this entire thing so far has been removing the heat shield from the turbo. I don't actually think that it's meant to be removed while the motor's in the car, but here we are. I'm gonna lower it and see if I can't get it from the top now.
Maybe if you want. I can touch it.
Am I exaggerating here, Drew?
No, not at all.
You guys wanna meet the death of me? Here we go. The bane of my existence, it still won't come out. Oh my God, bro. That's never going back in. Okay, with a few painful bolts, we've got the turbo free, and the up pipe is now on. We've got the down pipe off. I'm actually currently checking the value of the catalytic converter itself. I know a lot of people, they actually want this down pipe because it flows very well, but if the cat's worth a lot, I'm gonna sell it for what the cat's worth. But anyways, let's go ahead. We can go ahead and get the exhaust manifold on, and then I'll let Drew do any kind of tinkering with that. Also, at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that we had tires coming. They accidentally ordered 2. So we only have 2, and I won't have the rears till Wednesday, but look how much better look how much better this is. From top to bottom, it's a lot shorter, not as chunky, and the fitment is much better. Currently charging my gimbal, guys. Don't judge my shaky ass hands, please. Hey, that's close. You're really freaking close. I don't know why it's so barely off. You got the old gaskets on, right?
No, we do need to put gaskets on.
Okay, but it fits, so. Look how pretty that looks. That is nuts. Hold on, let me brighten it up for you guys. Look at that, dude. So, Drew's kind of struggling right now with this this top bolt. They really, I don't think, thought too much through on how that was supposed to be tightened. Did you get it?
Yeah, it's good now. You just need to, I still need to get in there.
Okay, so we got that, the up pipe and exhaust manifold are on. Look at that, dude. Look at that exhaust. That looks so cool. I can't wait to get an undercarriage picture to post on Twitter. Now we gotta fit up the downpipe, and I'm actually pretty sure, I did do research and they said that it was supposed to be longer, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually gonna bolt up pretty closely. Okay, so it's literally this far off. For anybody curious, the JDM, this is a USDM Blavire, what is it? Bug-Eye. This is a Bug-Eye WRX downpipe, so very close, but we're gonna get that welded. Well, you looked badass doing it. Booyah. Drew's over there doing the Lord's work, and I'm sticker bombing my Hella trash can. You got it bolted?
Yeah, it's bolted. It's not welded right now.
Oh my God.
But the pipe's sitting in the flange.
That was a fantastic
Thanks.
guess. Not even guess. No, obviously that wasn't a guess, but it's really good. That's crazy. I'm actually like impressed that like that fits.
Yeah, same.
What? That's insane.
You already know what's going on too. So look how nasty this is. Look how like hazy.
Look, I used some Griot's metal polish. Griot's is a big supporter of the channel. You guys know where to find your discount code. It's in the description. But damn, look at that. Just a few seconds. Just not very long at all, dude. Woo, that's nice. What am I laughing at? I honestly am just, I'm appalled at how good you can make welds look on an Amazon welder that has been broken half of the day. We did run into our first hiccup and you said the trigger was just not working.
Yeah, one of the wires pulled off of the trigger.
Yeah, so I was kind of scared. I was like, damn it, we got like one exhaust out of it, but some quality control issues, but we're putting it on. We'll just finish this up. Let's get it started. Ladies and gents, it's done. Look at this. Polished it all up with some Griot's. Look, this was hazy before. Look at that. It's so nice. Holy crap, we gotta get this for the gram. Anything for the gram. Ah. One up myself here. Might have to give it a little bit of gas, Drew. It's a little louder at idle. I'm sure once, we're gonna build some oil pressure and give it a sec first, but I'm sure. This is our first startup, so we might have a tiny exhaust leak, but that's okay. Let's hear it. Can't go too far. We don't got the rear tires yet. That's better. So as you guys can hear, it still sounds like a Subaru, but the manifold is a little less unequal length. That's why you have a little bit less dissonance between either head. It still sounds like a Subaru, but a little bit louder. I'm actually pretty surprised. Volume difference isn't huge because I think we have two mufflers. We definitely have the one muffler that at the end of the Kakimoto, but I think at the middle of the Kakimoto, the other part that I polished, I wanted to say that was a resonator, but I think that's also a muffler. If anything, we could end up making a straight section eventually, but I haven't revved high enough yet to make a decision. So let's keep this warming up. It's probably just burning off some oils, but yeah, we got some Subaru blue smoke, boys and girls, but it didn't do that before, so I'm pretty sure it's literally just all the PB blaster and all that crap that we had. That's awesome. That sounds like a race car, boys. The nice thing is, with this new downpipe, Subaru Air, with this new downpipe, you can hear the turbo spool a lot more. That's one of the most fun and cool things about having a turbo car is actually being able to hear all the beautiful sounds. I still want to make an intake. I definitely want to do a bypass valve on this to make it a little bit louder, maybe a Go Fast Bits 50-50. Something like that, I don't know. It sounds so good. Now, I haven't really mentioned this, but we do have a turbo upgrade for this. We're gonna be one of the first, I think we're actually gonna be the first in the world to do this specific turbo on the V1 STi. Force Performance is making it special for us. I think it's an FP Blue. We're fitting an FP Blue into this V1 STi. I'm not exactly sure. I need to look it over but we're gonna be debuting it and like testing it and everything. So if we have any problems or if there's fitment issues and stuff like that, I'll have to be working with them and making sure everything is fine and dandy. Man, I really wish I had my tires because I would love to go drive for you guys right now, but unfortunately it's just not gonna happen. But damn, son, I just want the tent. He couldn't tent my car and I'm so sad. I was supposed to get tent last week, but he couldn't come here, but I'll be doing that. I need my tires. This thing is so sick. We now have Brembos, track-oriented wheels, and a full exhaust that sounds freaking mad. Let's do some more revs. The neighbors love me. Damn. That sounds good. Sounds pretty killer, Drewski. Killer job as always. Yeah. Thanks to China for making a downpipe to kind of fit. And also the subscriber that sold me the Tomei. I am very grateful for that because it is so hard to find any parts right now. And I know you guys, a lot of you guys that are building cars know that, but it's kind of insane right now. It really doesn't make any sense. Well, it does make sense, but it doesn't. It's kind of silly. Which one do you guys like better, boys and girls? You heard this one in the beginning. It does sound so good, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to pass up that Subaru rumble. If I hear Subaru noises, my brain gets excited. Considerably less smoke from the Evo, but I think that will get better with time. Guys, thank you for watching, and as you guys know, every day I give daily advice, and today's daily advice for you guys is, this might sound condescending. If you take it in a condescending way, that might mean that this is for you, but it's not supposed to be, just know that. If you commit your life to something, don't be surprised when you're good at it. Don't be surprised that you're good at it. If you commit your life to watching somebody on a couch, or if you commit your life to sitting on the sidelines and letting other people do it, don't be surprised when they're better than you. Obviously, I know you guys are all sitting here right now watching me making videos, and that's not a bad thing. More or less, I'm talking about like major sports. We're talking about drifting, HPD racing, rallycross, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, American football, whatever it is. All these people that are good, they've committed their lives to it. And like, you can't be surprised that Adam LZ is now a pro at drifting because he's committed his life to it. He does it every single day. So don't be mad whenever you see him like way better than you. Don't be upset or so shocked when you see that he's doing such a good job because he's committed himself to it. When you commit your life to something, no matter what it is, you're bound to be good at it eventually. But if you sit there, you don't do anything about it, you don't commit yourself to something, don't be surprised when everybody else is better than you at it. Take that more as like a woe is me sort of complex. A lot of people have that, and it's really unhealthy. I want to encourage you guys today that you should go out there and do that thing. If you're discouraged about other people doing better than you or being better than you, maybe it's time to take action, take matters into your own hands, and go out there and do it. You guys have an amazing day. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. Leave a comment too if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace. Hey, whoa, my face is so close. Again, I accidentally do it. Hey, I have 2 videos, by the way, for you guys to watch. Helps me a ton if you do watch them, and it also helps me a ton. Seriously, check, see if you're subscribed. Notifs are on. Peace.